Alright, before we intro this thing, I want to go ahead and send that shout out to my Patreon supporters: Brandon Bazell, Darius Daniels, Brandon Henderson, Alex Pulianis, Joshua, Martin Van Bursker, Avril Provost, Mo, Jared Green, Antoinette Craig, Randall Chamo, Thomas Morgan, Jason Isom, and Jesse Wallace. Thank you guys. Let's get started. All right. Before we get started, if it's your first time here, make sure you hit the subscribe button. Once you hit the subscribe button, click the bell notification so you can be notified when I put out these random videos. And today we're going to get into some good Ravens talk, just a conversation along with film. You know, what would a conversation be without proof? So we're going to talk about some stuff that I saw or was looking at when I was looking at the last Titans game. And, you know, normally I do, you know, a recap of last week's game, but that's, to me, that game is so far in the past, and I think we all focus on Tennessee and what we can do different to avoid the result from the last two times we faced Tennessee. So today I'm having an offensive conversation about the Ravens offense, and tomorrow I'll have a defensive conversation about the Ravens defense versus the Titans. So let's just get into the film and we can see, you know, what the deal is. Alright, got it queued up. So first things first, if you'll notice in a bunch of these clips, and if you go back and watch that other game, the Titans played a lot with two defensive tackles, and then I wrote it down, 2 defensive tackles, 4 LBs, and a safety in the box most of the time. I think that safety is 31 by yard. So normally they would have a D tackle in this area and a D tackle in this area to try to take on these 3 guys. Then if it was some kind of pull, they would crash one of these guys hard, try to make the stuff bounce out here to these speedier guys. But the thing is, we have to take care of these 2 first. Whether it be Simmons, 93 or 90, we have to take care of these 2 guys. And when the Titans make us have negative plays or bad plays, these 2 guys are normally the ones messing it up. So I got about 12 plays we're going to run through, good and bad, and kind of see the different results when we control the middle of the pack. And, you know, last year in the playoff game, this was Jeffrey Simmons and Casey. I think Casey ended up going to Detroit. So now it's Jeffrey Simmons and number 90 and I think 93. I don't know their names. The only reason I know Jeffrey Simmons is because of my dealings with him early on when he was in high school, and then he played for Mississippi State. And he a Q-Dog too. So that's how I know Jeffrey Simmons. But the Mother Cats, I don't know. But let's dive into this film. So we got a little something. It's simply because we didn't give up penetration. This double team right here. When they double team, they got to move this guy backwards. He can't have a stalemate. They had a double team and he kind of stayed there and he was allowed to come off and make the tackle. When they come off the ball, the double team right there, they got to move this dude. They cannot allow him to stay there. They got to move him. If they push him back into one of these linebackers, that's that. Then Gus can come downhill and now he got one-on-one with this dude. But when they stay there, both of them can flow. And then he's eventually going to come off and get Gus on the backside too. So we got to get moving on those defensive tackles. See that? They still ain't moved him. Orlando and Bozeman still haven't moved him. So now Gus has a little hole there and maybe a sliver there, but that's tough. Look at the linebackers. Feeling. Look at the linebackers. Because we didn't get any movement here. No movement. He falls back in on tackle. Got to move the 1 and the 3. The 1 or the 3, whichever one, depends on which one lines up there. But again, look at the play we ran too. We're kind of getting away from this. Kind of getting away from that. It's still in the repertoire, but we kind of getting away from this play. Let's go to the next. Run it through. Alright, so now, on this one, O-line, I think, did a decent job. Again, we talked about getting movement here. So let's see if we get some movement there first. Alright, got some movement backwards, and then the center comes off to help here. So, and you got Bozeman pulling. Now, it's not a lot of movement over here. Not a lot. And we know the play should go there because of Bozeman's, pulling. But this is where JK is different from Mark. Mark knows the play is supposed to go there, and he's trying to follow the play there. JK not going to do that. In just a second, I'm going to show you why JK would have probably housed this. Look at that. Right there. He'd have stuck his foot in the ground and hit that. JK, well, I'm sure of it. I'm sure of it. And, no knock on Mark. He's just not. He's an older guy. And see, Mark sees it late. But JK would have stuck that foot and went. He stuck that foot and went. So the blocking ain't bad. And the division wasn't bad. It just happened late. He didn't see it. But we did get movement. The original key. We got movement and we ended up with a hole. We got movement right there and ended up with a hole. Look at Powers rooting him up out of there. That's 93. Alright. Next play. Play 3. The outside zone. Didn't get much. Now I don't think Powers is and this is on Ben right here. Gave up penetration. So the key would be if they're running outside zone to the left, he needs to get on this side of him and then try to seal him inside. He can't let him force him backwards, which is what happens right here. So just watch Ben Powers and whoever the defensive tackle is. And again, they still got 2 defensive tackles, linebacker, Bayard, linebacker. And see, right now Ben's in a good spot, but he's gonna get out of leverage because he's too high. Now he's going backwards and sideways. So he's back in Mark's lap already. Mark really doesn't have anywhere to go. But let's just say Ben does get where he's supposed to be. He gets that hook right there. Mark has a choice to go there or stick his foot in the ground and go there. But because he gave up this penetration and this dude right here doing a good job of setting the edge, it's really nowhere for him to really go. And he still gets 2 yard maybe. Not a negative play, but I don't think we got much out of it. But it's the little stuff. 92, 93, and 98, the guys we had to control. And now on that play, 93 won. Play 4. So now we got a nose tackle. Got this is a D lineman playing edge. This is a D lineman playing edge. Now you got 3 linebackers. Got Bayard and 37 kind of really focus on the box. We're in what personnel we're in. 11 personnel. Looks like 11 personnel. Outside zone again. Now, on this play, let me run it back so you can see that you see what's going on. Alright, so that we were not physical enough for my liking in this play. And the reason the guy I'm going to point out is right here. When he goes to help this, it can't be no pity pat. You got to fire off into this dude so Orlando can get on the outside edge of him, then go block the next dude. Mark just kind of patted his feet and really didn't help Orlando out. So let's watch it. So now that I got you focused on that, just watch it. Now, because the Mark's original guy was out here. You see, he gap exchange in there. And they did a lot of gap exchange trying to fool people. But Bozeman right there did a good job of picking it up. He followed his steps, followed his track, and anything showed up in his track, he blocked it. That guy showed up in his track, he blocked it. Now, right here is what I was talking about. Mark, you got to bang this dude. Make him get on the other side. Then go up there. Simply because you just patty caked and put your hand on him, didn't allow Orlando to get leverage. Now he just forced him off. Right there. So Mark didn't bang the edge guy. Then didn't aggressively go get his guy. So now both of them in on the tackle. Got to be strong on the edge. Got to be strong if we run an outside zone. Got to be physical. And in my opinion, he should have knocked the crap out of this dude to where Orlando just gets over here easy. I'm sorry, I drew that wrong. Orlando gets on this side easy. Then come off, and because since he went way in there, then come off and fire off on his DB. That's what should happen. It didn't. But it, just things you can learn, going forward. Going forward. Play 5. Obviously the quartering changed since the views changed. And you're looking at, you got D lineman, linebacker, and linebacker. And I guess because we in 10 personnel, one of them other linebackers somewhere chasing we're in empty. One of them other linebackers is chasing the running back. So if the running back come in motion, I'm sure the linebacker going to fall off in here too. Yup, there it is. There it is. Dobbins came back, 55 came back. They're the same look. 2 D tackles, 4 linebackers. All right, and since we in 10 personnel now, that safety's out of the box because he got to help in coverage. Look at that. Now watch. We got 10 or so yards, maybe more. Look at those 2 guys in the middle. The 2D linemen. Let's watch the 2D linemen. You got, oh, my bad. Didn't stop it. Bag it up. Bag it on up. Bag it on up. All right. Him and him. Let's see what we do to those guys. So we got movement right there. And the Titans did a lot of this, like squeezing down, trying to make us bounce it outside. They did a lot of that. A lot of their edge guys just shot down there to try to cut the puller off. And this one, it kind of backfires on him. Bozeman lets him go because he has to respect Lamar. And now you get a one-on-one there, and you can kind of, I think this JK, he can kind of set his block up. But again, you got movement. Movement on him, moving on him. And you got a positive play. The thing, we got to block the D lineman. We can block the linebackers all day. We got to move them D linemen. We got to. Because Casey and Simmons was a thorn in our butt last year trying to run the ball. All right, play 6. Now listen, something a little different. You got 3 D linemen in there, 90, 93, and 98. With 58 on the edge. So now 50 is out of there. 50 was the other guy that kind of hit on the edge. And I guess depending on the situation, that's why their personnel changes. And we're not in empty because this is Ricard right there. But our back may be coming because Lamar's motioning somebody. So I'm assuming the linebacker going to come too. Okay. So that is Gus. And they brought number 37 in the box. All right. Again, let's focus on getting movement on this 3. On this 1. Let's see if it's a 1. Oh, it's a nose. On his nose. Missed. Already. Missed completely. Oh, this is the bust play. We bust everything on this. The bust this part of the play back here and bust this right here. This was a total. This play was football. Head down, miss. 93 is already. If Gus comes downhill, this play is over with because 93 gonna take Gus. 58 got Lamar. That can't happen. That can't happen. That can't happen. But who's this on Simmons? 66. Watch this. This matchup right here is pretty good. That's a good job by 66. On Simmons. The thing about defense is it don't take but one dude to win for the defensive play to look good. On offense, all 11 got to do their job. It's crazy. But that can't happen. First of all, it was a bust on the block, and it was a miscommunication or play design or whatever. That play was totally football, completely. Can't happen. Got to take those. That's a wasted play. On the goal in the red zone. In the red zone. Where did this play even start at? We're on the 7. Wasted play in the red zone. Now, I think we probably end up getting 3 instead of 7 on this drive. I think. Go to play 7. So now we got a heavy load. We got power I back here. We got overload. We got 2 tight ends here. You got your 5 linemen and 2 tight ends. Let's see what we get. They got 3 D linemen. 1, 2, 3, 4 linebackers. 2 DBs. and Bayard sitting right here. So in my mind, we should win this. In my mind. Just run an ISO. I like it. Run an ISO. Now, notice the vision in this play versus the vision that I talked about a minute ago with the Mark Ingram play. Yes, he followed his lead blocker, but then he bounced that thing. He found a hole. He jump cut. He found a hole. Just watch it. Boom, boom, boom. 2 jump cuts. Got through there and got about 8 yards. Maybe more. Let's see the blocking on it, though. See if we get movement here and here, which is what we've been talking about the whole tape. So you got a double team on 92. A solo block right here on 90. So basically, these three guys end up blocking these 2. And you end up with a little gap, a little crease. And somebody's getting a twofer. 66 getting a twofer. Who was 66? Because I think Bredeson's 62. That's Holden. Okay, that's Holden. Simple. Got movement. You move 90, you move 92, you found a crease. You move 90, you move 92. Tight ends took care of the linebackers. That was on the line. And JK found a crease. That's some good physical football right there. Good physical football. All right, play 8. Play 8. Now, to me, this play sums up what needs to happen all game long. And not necessarily in this formation, but just watch this guy. Watch this guy right here. Project Pat. He exemplifies what needs to happen all day Sunday. Well, not Sunday morning, but Sunday at 1 o'clock. Just watch. Let's just watch Project Pat first. Boom. Stood him up. Stood 54 straight up. Stood him straight up. Stopped him in his tracks. Stood him straight up. That's physicality right there. Boom. Now, it's up to the back now. 1-on-1, you got to win. 1-on-1, you got to win. Dropped his head. Got the ball in for a touchdown. Physicality. We got to be the more physical team. Now, let's see. Goal line. They're going to submarine. They're going to submarine because they're just trying to make a muck. Your job is to get them back a little something to give your running back room. So all 3 of them just dive low. This is a great block right here to push him down. Great down block. Let him dive and just dive inside. Even though I hate that they be kind of diving at people's legs. Project Pat coming straight there. Then Dobbins got to, win. You just got to win. Against the DB. Against Bayard. And he gets in there. Gets in there. Great lead block by Project Pat. Great job of finishing the run by Dobbins. All right. Let's go to play 9. All right, these plays right here. We did some of these to Hollywood. Was it Sunday? I think Dez should get these. I think Dez should get these routes right here. If he bag up off them like that, get these routes to Dez. Because Dez is harder to tackle. Hollywood got the wiggle, but Dez is low to tackle up there. And, if he make a guy miss, he could turn this little no-yard throw into 20, 30 yards. I'm not going to say he got the juice to still score on it, but they're going to play off of him like that. These balls should go to Dez and not necessarily Hollywood. All right? Because Hollywood's going to get, unless he just straight outrun the guy, Hollywood's not going to get out of tackles. He's not going to break tackles. But these little smoke screens or whatever, they should go to Dez. And I just threw this in there because I wanted to say that part on it. And I'm going to look in the chat box and go through all y'all kind of messages before I get off this live. Because I don't want y'all to feel like I'm ignoring you. Alright. Let's go to play 10. Alright, again. I think this is a run. I don't remember. We're focusing on these. So can we move these guys and can we get something positive? That was a pass. Pass pro. Let's look at the pass pro. So y'all know I don't think we the greatest pass blocking team, but we do a good job of it in play action. So you're getting a pull to make it look like power, but it's just play action. So you got one-on-one here, one-on-one here, one-on-one here, one-on-one here, and then Bozeman should just clean up anything he sees. Ben gets off balance. Just Ben is the block that comes off. Hands outside where they need to be inside. Get up, get your hands inside, Ben. Get your hands inside, Ben. Now, because his hands are outside his box, look at him just throwing him off of it. Because he's stronger, he got better leverage. Not necessarily because he's stronger than him. He got better leverage. Look at him way off balance now. Way off balance. You know, luckily you got a QB that can make guys miss. But that would be out. You know, I'm impressed with what Ben's been doing, but we can't have those. You know, and if we do happen to have those, you got a quarterback that can't get out of it. But these are just the little things you want to see get cleaned up. And I think Ben has played better as he's stayed in the game. I don't know if this is his first thought, but it was one of his earliest thoughts. So to me, he's played better every week he's got in the game. Well, started the game, I'm sorry. Play 11. This is where we all think the game changed right here. This is where we all think the game changed. I know I do. This is where I think it changed. I think we were still winning at this point, and this would have kind of nailed them in the coffin right here. All right, so you get a play action. Play action off power again because you got this guy pulling. And the pocket is good on this one. The pocket is good. You got basically you got one-on-one with these two and one-on-one with these two because they were biting the run so hard that they can't get back on their drops. And the good thing about it is he's running across here and he got to run with him because he don't have no help. So that's going to leave all this room. This ball just got to be thrown out there. Check back at the pocket. Pocket's still clean. He got to throw this ball out here somewhere. He got to. That ball got to be over here somewhere. So he can keep running and get up under it. He got to be out there somewhere. Pocket was good. Play design was good. Just bad throw, man. You know, just bad throw. Nobody's forcing the pocket. And you know, I really hadn't in these 11 clips. I hadn't really seen a error by Lamar, but this error just was so glaring because of what it is. You know, the momentum change. But I'm not bashing him. It's just pointing out the things that you know we don't want to see happen Sunday. And play 12. Some kind of little funky look. You see, you got a 1 and a 3 and a wide 9. I guess that's what you want to call him. And you got, I'm sure this is 50 right here because he always in some kind of little funky stance. Bring it back. They bring the linebacker. I'm trying to remember why I even put this on here. I think it's because Orlando. Yeah, that's because Orlando. They're trying to put speed out here. Get him wide, so he can try to beat him with speed. Because if he gets his hands on him, you cancel it. But the thing is, if you can bend him wide before he can get there, you got a chance. I think that's why I put this one on here. Oh, no, I remember now. It wasn't because of that, but that's one of it. The thing I put it on here before because I like this stunt. Watch them handle this stunt, which I think we're gonna see a lot of. Watch these two guys handle the stunt. Great pickup. Great pickup by these two guys. Now, we don't like that out there, but I put it on there because of us picking this stun up. So pretty much the moral of this, we got to control from here to here. And most of the time, the people in that spot are 98, 93, and 90. This is a different look because I'm sure it's a past situation. Let me see if I can go back and find one. Maybe it's an earlier one. Display one. Alright, here we go. So yeah, inside this from B gap to B gap, it's pretty much gonna be 90, 98, and 93. And then in past situations, they may bump out 98 out here and have 90 or 93 and some other guys. But in the run game, we gotta control this dude, which is Simmons. This dude, which is I think is bigger than Simmons, and 93 might be bigger than both of them. Let me bottom back. That's all three of them right there. Those are three guys. We control these three guys, we win the game. It's that simple. We control these three guys, get movement off the ball, especially when we run our gap stuff, we win the game. Because we're going to control the clock, we're going to eat up the clock, we're going to run the ball. Then our pass is going to be open because not only are you going to have these 7 guys in the box, you're going to have another guy in the box to help out. Then you got one-on-ones outside, and our receivers are starting to win the one-on-one matchups. They're starting to win the one-on-one matchups. And keep in mind, who I'm thinking about. Mark Andrews has been kind of quiet lately. I think Mark's due for a massive game. Huge game. 100-yard game. I think that. I said it earlier in the week and I think that. But though that's basically the gist of what I feel offensively needs to happen. We need to control those three guys. 98, 93, 90. Run the ball and we'll be good. If they start to get pressure, they start to cause havoc back here, we're going to be behind the sticks and things go different ways. But if we can move the nose, or if he had 1, or if they had 3, if you got a 1 and a 3, we got to get moving on them guys. The double teams cannot be stalemates. They can't. They got to be movement. You got to be movement. You got to be movement to the point where when you come off, you can fall off on one of these linebackers. Because if you just fighting here, the linebacker's just going to shoot the gap. If you're fighting with a double team and don't get movement up to the linebacker's just going to shoot the gap and you're going to never see him. And that's you get either 0 negative runs or 0-yard runs. You don't want none of that. You don't want any of that. But let me get over here in the chat box and see what y'all got going on. See if we got any questions over here. I just got the notification. Can't stand the algorithm. Yeah, YouTube funny like that. And the confidence stutter says it's really a whole different offense, right? And it really is. That's why it's kind of hard to compare the last 2 games to this one because, like he said, and it's on his tape, a lot of this offense is this first play right here. A lot of the offense then was this first play. Take these off. And we don't do a lot of this. I mean, we still do it, but we don't do a lot of it. A lot of the offense at the time was this play right here, like Confident Sutter said. We don't do a lot of this. It's there. It can, it's just not the base anymore. Bredesen is 67. 66. I don't think Holden's on the team anymore. I don't think. Yeah, Holden with the coach. Somebody said that. Yeah. Luke Wilson dropped a TD this game. Nah, that was Andrews. We ran a quarterback. He took off like he was running the outside zone and dropped up. He didn't even necessarily drop it. The guy kind of got back on it and knocked it out. The guy got back and knocked it out. Unless that was late in the game when that guy dropped that one. I think that was the Steelers. That was the Steelers, yeah. Alright. RG3 pass. What up, coach? Where we go as the anticipation amps up. Much love, Raven Nation. What up, Ray Jack? Appreciate you for coming through. I'm just seeing Ingram in there like, why? We all feel that way. And Raven C, just it's so evident on this play right here. And I love Mark for what he do, but it's so evident on this play. that gap. That right there. It's so evident. In my mind, I just see J.K. being patient, letting it develop, and bursting through there. And Mark just ain't, if the play is designed to go a certain way, and then it opens up where it's designed at, Mark can hit it and be gone. But J.K. finding spots that don't necessarily, you don't see, and that's part youth, part reaction time because he's younger, part I'm faster because I'm younger. And part, I'm just younger. Father Time is undefeated and is catching up with Mark. That's why backs are not as valued as they used to be. Because you got a ton of backs coming out can do it, and they're younger, more athletic, more explosive, the quicker. But the quicker. Sorry, Mark, but it is what it is. But Gus not Gus. JK would hit that. Too slow? Nah, I'm not looking. Nah, Dez ain't gonna run past nobody, but he'll run over somebody. How you doing, Coach Evans? For the Titans, they think they were stunt and try to get. Yes, I think Joe mentioned something about stunt, and that's kind of why I put that last clip on there, because I think they're gonna do a lot of that, especially with those linebackers playing edge, and we gotta play. The line gotta play with their eyes up. Gotta play with their eyes up. I think this is the stunt play right here. Got $3 from Greg Circle. Appreciate it. I'll get to the whatever the comment is in just a second. But this play right here just handling the stunt. McCarr and Bozeman just taking care of this stunt right here in the middle. Then they tries to take him. Now look at his eyes. His eyes are right there, seeing it. Seeing it. And then when he folds back, he right there on it. Right there on it. Right there on it. Good job. Good job of picking the stunt up, man. Great job. What else we got in the chat box? Parrot Carr. Yeah, he did. Yeah, Craig. Parrot Carr did punish him. He did, always. Must keep an eye on Tannehill. We're going to talk about that tomorrow, Dre. We're going to talk about that on the defensive side. Ingram needs to be inactive. I agree. I think whatever we need to do, we can do it with Gus. We can do it with Dobbins, and if need be, Justice Hill. Yeah, and Hall Brown says he'll be moved in the offseason, and most Ravens YouTubers kind of thought Mark Ingram was here signing a 3-year deal to play 2 because of his age, and this would be his 2nd year, so it's kind of thought 2 years is what I thought we would get out of Mark, and we got pretty much a year and a half out of him. A great year and a half though. Great year and a half. What he does for the team morale is awesome. Yo, Coach Evans, can you take a look at how the Packers contain Henry? We're going to talk defense tomorrow, and I'll look at more tape to see what other people did to contain Henry and kind of add that to my little spiel tomorrow. The key thing is about it is, and I'll say this in kind of closing, we didn't have Brandon or Calais this game, if I'm not mistaken. We didn't have Brandon or Calais in this game, and having those 2 guys in there gonna make a huge difference. I think both of them healthy. I think both of them ready to go. That's gonna be a huge difference. Having Brandon and Calais in there and having guys do what we need to do. Skeptic Goat dropped 5 in super chat. He says Dez and Boykin can get a TD this game. With eyes being in the backfield, Lamar just needs to hit him. Dez in the red zone, Boykin deep. I agree. Add Hollywood to that too. But in order for those guys to get those wide open looks, gotta control them guys up front. We get them guys up front controlled and get good rushing yards. 33 gonna be in the box. 37 gonna be in the box. 31 gonna be in the box. We know Malcolm Butler can't cover everybody. Malcolm Butler can't cover anybody. Everybody, I mean. Somebody says we didn't have Yannick this game. This is not a Yannick Ngakoue game. If we get up on them, then it becomes a really big Yannick Ngakoue game. Because when they have to throw Yannick in that end. Because I don't think they have Taylor Lewan either. I don't know if Taylor Lewan's back. That was their best O-lineman. So if we get up on them, it'll be a Yannick game. But if it's back and forth, I don't think it's a Yannick game because we all know he's a pass rusher. He's a pass rusher. Greg Roman better not have a panic attack. Henry ran through him in Jacksonville. Yeah, different team. Whole different team. Wolf held it down as much as he could. Justin Ellis got pinned. Yeah, Juicy been doing this thing, but the main guys in there, in my opinion, I could be wrong, are Calais and Brandon. So it is what it is, man. Hey, this is the offensive side of it. Again, I'll look at what the Packers did and what some other teams did to slow down. Honestly, Derrick Henry, he went over 100 yards on us, but he had a sneaky 100 yards. I think at the end of regulation, he might have had like 102, 103 of like 28 carries. So that's less than, 4 yards a carry. So we kind of held him in check, except for that big run at the end. And what you're going to see tomorrow is, and I'll go ahead and tell you this part of it. 2 of the clips you're going to see tomorrow. The run he scored in overtime versus us was a cutback. And the big run he had versus whoever they played last week was a cutback. So we got to find a way to not only hold up on the front side, but have somebody there for when he decides to cut back. Because those 2 plays, those 2 instances, he cut back, nobody's been there to tackle him. And once he can get that third step of cleanness, he'll load to bring down. But I'm going to end this right there, man. And before I get up out of here, the Patreon people, I shouted you out at the beginning. Your name will be up there in the 5-minute countdown. Everybody that donated in the super chat, I appreciate it. So let me make sure I hit that again. Skeptic Go dropped 5. Greg Circle dropped 3. I appreciate you guys for doing that. We pushed past 5K. I appreciate that. And tomorrow again, we'll have a defensive conversation trying to figure out how we're going to stop Henry. But not only Henry. Because everybody's saying load up on the box and just cover them guys one-on-one. But AJ Brown's physical. And we say we got Marlon, Marlon's physical. Yeah. Corey Davis physical. We out of physical cornerbacks now. We got skilled cornerbacks. But we out of physical cornerbacks after you leave Marlon. Because we don't know what we're going to get from Jimmy. But again, I'll end it on a positive note, but that's just a little precursor to what we're going to talk about tomorrow, man. I appreciate you guys for coming through. Appreciate it. And it is what it is. Dre on somebody case. Who you at, Dre? Who you at, Dre? Before I get up out of here. Who you at, Dre? Oh, I can't see who Dre at. No, it is what it is. Oh. All right, man. I appreciate you guys, man. Dre, hold it down in Hawaii, buddy.